Hello everybody, I'm Dustin Benzel, and welcome to another mini discussion of Pokemon XY. Today, we're going to talk about Hawlucha, Ash's Hawlucha in general. I'm going to do these for all of Ash's Pokemon, and then I'm going to create a special discussion about Clement and Serena's Pokemon together. But we're starting with Ash in each particular mini discussion, starting from what you've seen of Ash's Goomy. We're going on to Hawlucha now. Now, let me give you my thoughts of Hawlucha. Well, I think I've said this before, and probably, I don't know if I actually uploaded that particular episode where I said that, regardless of what Pokemon Ash has, um, I end up liking it. So if Ash were to capture a Magikarp, I would like Ash's Magikarp more than any other random anime related Pokemon. So that's just a weird thing. It's because Ash is my favorite character. Now, I'm not saying this because I'm not saying that Hawlucha was a bad Pokemon. I'm just saying that the reason why I'm saying that is because I really didn't have much of an opinion on Hawlucha when it was first revealed, along with Binacle and Greninja. If you remember those infamous 6th generation leaks because of people getting their copies of XY before everyone else so they could do reviews and of the stuff of that particular nature. Sorry, I'm gonna have to edit that out. Maybe not. Okay, so the thing is, the reason why I'm saying that isn't because I don't like Hawlucha. Of the three at the particular time, Hawlucha was the only realistic Pokemon-looking creature in those three. I mean, Binacle looked a little fake, and Greninja didn't exactly quite portray what I expected Frogedier's evolution to be. So when Hawlucha was revealed when in that particular infamous batch of pictures along with Binacle and Greninja, I realized that Hawlucha was a really cool Pokemon, and it was the only one that of those three that I thought was the most realistic of them for being a Pokemon. As it turns out, they were actually real Pokemon, but that's neither here nor there. So when I saw Hawlucha, I figured that, hey, that would be a great Pokemon for Ash. I'm not kidding. I honestly believed Hawlucha would be a great Pokemon to give to Ash because it was based off of a wrestling bird, wrestling, fighting, battling, and due to the whole likely positive aspect of luchador wrestling, such as with morals or with honor. I believe luchadors fight with honor. At least the I don't know, is it heel, front, or whatever the specific luchador term is. And I thought that Hawlucha made perfect sense to give to Ash, but the problem that I found was that Hawlucha didn't make any sense because Ash caught Fletchling. Due to the fact that 6th generation did not introduce a lot of Pokemon into the generation of 6th gen, only introducing about maybe 72 lines, including the 3 event exclusive Pokemon of Diancie, Hoopa, and Volcanion, or whatever. I think there's only like 73. This isn't really going to tell me though. So yeah, it was like Hawlucha and Ash made sense, but Ash is going to need a unique team, but the writers decided to go to hell with all that, apparently, and they decided to give Ash a Hawlucha. Now, the thing about Ash's Hawlucha is that I really like it, and I almost wish that it would actually appear more, because the one thing that I like about Ash's Hawlucha is that it has a very unique personality that is different from any of Ash's other Pokemon currently. Uh, Frogadier really hasn't really displayed much of a personality since evolving. and Fletchender's personality is like that. Gumi seems to display a timid um, personality, but Hawlucha is very prideful. You know, there's things that Hawlucha is willing to do, but Hawlucha is really prideful in that it'll just stand tall and then just be confident, and that's really nice. So I'd really like to see more of it. The only issue that I currently have with Hawlucha is the fact that it has 3 fighting type moves. Now, they are really kind of cool. I mean, Hawlucha has Karate Chop, High Jump Kick, as well as Flying Press. And I really like that they gave Hawlucha Flying Press because it is its signature move. And if Ash was going to get a Hawlucha, it would give Hawlucha's signature move of Flying Press, which is a very unique attack, except they don't really address the fact that it's both fighting and flying within the anime, and it's only a fighting type. Although to be fair, when it's used against a ghost type, regardless of its secondary typing, it has no effect because anything times 0 is 0. So the thing is, I want Hawlucha to have a much better moveset than he does. I don't mind High Jump Kick and Flying Press. Those moves are fine. But the problem that I have is Karate Chop. Now, Karate Chop is a pretty nice move. I will admit, I really like Karate Chop because it is at least a unique move that Ash has not really had much experience with, except, I believe, Primeape. I'm going to have to look this up. I'm pretty sure Primeape was the last Pokemon that had Karate Chop in Ash's team, because Scraggy didn't have anything. Pignite only had Arm or Brick Break. Heracross had Focus Punch. Let's see what else. Infernape had Mach Punch. So I believe Primeape was the last Pokemon, or maybe even not. Nope. Okay. Never mind. Hawlucha is the first Pokemon that has Karate Chop. I just checked the move set, and yeah, so yeah. So I could have swore Primeape had Karate Chop since that was it. Oh no, it was introduced. Okay. Um I could have swore at, let's see, Primeape had Karate Chop, Fury Attack, I believe. Uh I could have swore Ash's Primeape had or Karate Chop. I could have swore. Let me look at its moveset real quick. Seismic Toss, Mega Kick, Scratch, and Thrash. Okay. Yeah, sorry. Primeape is such an old Pokemon that it's really hard to, keep track. Anyway, so yeah, Karate Chop is really nice, but I wanted something a little different. Now, Hawlucha does have another space for his 4th move set, and I really want it to be a flying attack, a straight up flying attack. Now, of the options, I would have to say that I probably would like to see Skydrop. That would be an interesting move because it's one of those special moves that prevents a player during that time to attack until the next turn, which would be interesting. Now, I'm not sure how Hawlucha will do this unless it does a weird seismic toss type animation of Skydrop, but we'll have to see. But as for a substitution for Karate Chop, because Hawlucha is fine with just High Jump Kick and Flying Press being for fighting types. But if you were to give it an additional move, what would I want? Well, Hawlucha doesn't really exactly have the best move pool, but it has some really nice, cool moves that it can learn. Now, I don't expect Ash's Hawlucha to learn any of these because, the writers are never unique when it comes to these certain cases in regards to Ash's Pokemon, but there is a few options. Stone Edge would be an interesting move to give to Hawlucha, because then maybe if Ash battles Wolfric, Hawlucha will give it a shot. Then there's X Scissor. That would be pretty nice for Olympia because Olympia has psychic Pokemon, and Hawlucha having X Scissor would be an interesting choice, especially since it's a fighting flying Pokemon, and and it's a bird, and it would be weird to have it use X Scissor, but whatever. Then there's Poison Jab. Might be an interesting choice against Valerie if Valerie is used. Then another, and then that's pretty much it. Now, if Hawlucha has to have 3 fighting type moves and a flying move, but if we were to change Karate Chop to Power Up Punch, that would be okay with me. But like I said, it would be very interesting to see, I mean, Hawlucha can learn Thunder Punch, Zen Headbutt, Fire Punch, Ice, well, okay, maybe not. Okay, so Fire Punch, Zen Headbutt, Thunder Punch. These are all Iron Head? Wow. Drain Punch. Oh, never mind. I saw it. Never mind. Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire move tutor attacks. I just saw that. Never mind. Get rid of Karate Chop and give it Drain Punch. That would be the most epic thing ever. Ash should have one Pokemon that has Drain Punch. So, yeah, we'll see. Like I said, it can learn Dual Chop. That's interesting. That's a Dragon type move. Well, anyway, that's basically it for Hawlucha's moveset. And so let me go over Hawlucha. So, like I said, Hawlucha is a really great Pokemon, and it does fit Ash. In fact, if Fletchinder or Talonflame didn't exist in the combination of Fire Flying as it did, I would have definitely preferred Hawlucha as Ash's bird Pokemon. The only problem is they always seem to give Ash the regional bird Pokemon, which is the first bird Pokemon in the Pokedex. First gen it's Pidgey, second gen it's Hoot Hoot. Well, actually it's Noctowl, Ash caught Noctowl, but you got what I'm saying. Of the line, Ash didn't actually catch a Pidgey, he caught a Pidgeotto. Third gen was Tailo, fourth gen was Starly, P-Dove, and then so it's kind of a trend that Ash is always going to get the regional bird, but I would have been fine with just Hawlucha because Hawlucha is an amazing Pokemon. It is the only fighting flying Pokemon that is directly, I mean, there could be a fighting flying combination somewhere. I can't think of anything like that, but Hawlucha is a fighting flying Pokemon. It's the only fighting flying Pokemon, and it's a very unique Pokemon because it's based off of a hawk, or at least a bird of prey, I guess you could say, as well as being based off of a luchador wrestler. That's just amazing to me. You know, just its design is really awesome because even though it has like I don't know, luchador Latin American, Mexican, or something like that, but Hawlucha also has this Aztec look about it in that it looks like an Aztec warrior because Aztec warriors, if I'm not mistaken, in a lot of fan fiction or fictional games, they were of eagles, or of something of that nature, and so yeah, they were like very bird-like in a lot of these games and stuff. So yeah, Hawlucha is just an amazing Pokemon, and even though it does use up a slot of Ash's team, I'm okay with Hawlucha. I've realizing that Hawlucha before the capture was a perfect Pokemon for Ash just kind of made me overlook the fact that it gave Ash 2 flying types. So, and, and Hawlucha is very bipedal. It's very a humanoid bird Pokemon, and that's not something you rather see. I mean, there's Xatu, which is another bipedal-like bird Pokemon, but Hawlucha is very bipedal that even though it's based off of a bird, it's not quite like Talonflame. It's like Ash in 5th generation having all those reptiles in Snivy, Scraggy, and Crocodile. So even if it's based off a bird Pokemon, it is different enough from Talonflame that it is an acceptable choice. And it has a unique move typing, and it has a cool signature move, which is really awesome. So yeah, I definitely enjoy Hawlucha. As for its future, well, there's not really much development Hawlucha can go through because it's pretty much a standalone Pokemon that cannot evolve. But I do expect to see similar episodes revolving around that Dark Hawlucha, the Shiny Hawlucha that showed up in the anime like quite a few weeks ago. I expect to see more episodes like that. Well, anyway, this is the mini discussion of Ash's Hawlucha. Thank you for watching. Next, I don't know at what point I'll upload this in respects to the other ones outside of already uploaded Ash's Gumi discussion. So I will see you in whatever XY anime discussion or Pokemon discussion I see. So I'll see you next time. Goodbye.